So right now, when we push play, we have this thing going on where the correct answers get populated in the first two buttons, and that's because the code's telling these two buttons in particular to happen. And let's just reorganize in here. That's going on right here. We're gonna move this. Okay, I'm gonna copy and delete this. So let me see, copy. Let's see if I could show you. I'm gonna copy, then I'm gonna delete it. And I'm gonna leave space here because I'm gonna make a new function and I'm gonna tell this new function to happen. I'm gonna say public void. And I'm gonna tell this function to populate the buttons. Populate buttons. That means to, add stuff in there, right? To populate. Okay, populate buttons. And so now I'm going to paste that back in here. And so in our game, this start always happens right away. It's built into Unity. They created the engine to when it says void start, whatever happens in here happens right when the game turns on. So this function, we tell it to happen. And then right here, we are now going to say, watch, let me save this. And if I push play, nothing will happen. These buttons won't get changed yet. And I'll show you how this works. So when I push play, these two buttons won't change yet, right? They don't change. Why not? Because this function never gets told to happen. But we tell generate addition problem to happen. Now we're going to tell it to populate the buttons. You put this little two parentheses. Now when I save it, that function actually gets called. That's the terminology. We call that function to happen. And there it goes. Okay, so we just called it to happen. Now let's organize better. We don't want two right answers. We only want we want all four buttons to get answers written in there, but only one of them is to be correct. And so what we're going to actually do there is, it's going to be a little bit, a lot of code here, but I think the best way to do this is to, how about we say, let's copy all of this. I'm going to paste this, and so I could just go faster, and I could say button 1, 2, 3, and 4. Buttons 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of you write the correct answer. Okay? Now they're all going to get it, but in a second, we're going to tell 3 of the buttons to write the wrong answer. Okay, so right now they should all get the correct answer. So 16, there's a reason why. Here's an error. I have not yet assigned in the scripts, I didn't put button 3 and 4 in there yet. So now we put that in there. That was good to find. And then now when I push play, all 4 buttons all get 11 plus 8 equals 19. They all get the correct answer. Okay? But we're going to switch that up. 11 plus 12 is 23. We're going to switch that up. So we have write correct in. Let's basically copy and paste this, but change the name of it to wrong. So instead of write correct in, integer, remember int stands for integer, we're going to say write wrong integer. Okay, and then we have the correct answer gets put in there, so we just got to make sure that it doesn't have the correct answer written in there. And I wrote some little script here. I'm going to say we're gonna kind of comment this out here just so we don't need it yet. And okay, and then below this, I'm gonna make a. You could kind of just write this, and it's like making a new variable. I'm gonna say wrong answer, and then it's gonna equal the correct answer plus. We don't want it. We plus. And then I'm going to use this code that's built in. I'm going to say random range, random.range. And I'll say -5 to 5. So it'll add to the correct answer a number between negative 5 and 5. There's going to be a problem if it's at 0. So if the random number generated is a 0, well, the correct answer plus 0 is still going to be the correct answer. So let's just be clever here and say if this wrong answer gets determined to be a 0, or I'm sorry, if the wrong answer still equals correct answer because that random generated number is 0. So correct answer plus 0, that would make the wrong answer still correct answer. So if it is, and it's weird, you put two equal signs. If it's equal to equal correct answer, that's how you say if it's actually equal to it. Because if you just put 1, it'll tell it to become that thing. But if you put 2, you're saying, is it equal to? That's how you read that code if you're new to all this stuff. So now we're just going to simply say you're just going to add 1 to it. Okay? And then I'm going to kind of borrow this right here. And it's going to say, so answer text dot text equals wrong answer to string. Right? And there we have it. Okay, so I could delete this now. So we have write the wrong integer, but that never actually gets called yet, does it? Let's just pick one of the buttons to tell it to be. So right now when I push play, they're all still getting the correct answer. We're going to just randomly pick, how about we just do this? We'll just, in our level 1, we're going to keep the first button as the correct answer, and we're going to tell all these other ones to write wrong answer. And the reason why we can do this is we're telling these button 2, 3, and 4 to get its component called answer button, which is this script, and we're telling it to do this function to write the wrong integer, and we pass in what the correct answer is. And so our little code that we wrote today just tells it to basically change these other buttons randomly. So we got 33 is the correct answer, and then these says 32, 34, and 32. It's pretty close. We could make the range a little bigger if we want. So there's the correct answer. 8 plus 1 is 9, and then it randomly made it 4, randomly made it 5, random made it 11, right? So let's try another one. Okay, that's 19. 9 plus 10 is 19. So you got 16, 22, 15. Pretty good. Okay, so we've kind of come up with our own little formula right here just to reiterate, this wrong answer, what's it doing? It takes the correct answer and we say, okay, let's make a new wrong answer. We're going to take the correct answer and add a random number to it. That's all we're doing. Now, this safety net here just says that if the wrong answer by coincidence was still the same answer because this part was 0, correct answer plus 0 still is correct, then we're just going to take the wrong answer and add 1 to it. Pretty simple. And then we tell its little text box to write the wrong answer. That's what's happening here. Okay, so that's probably a good place for us to stop now. So next tutorial we will make sure that it's not always just button 1 getting the correct answer. Okay, have fun.